be old enough to be replaced, which they will notify us in case that happens, and we can always hold them until they.
I don't know about any of you, but any of the dealings I've seen with the utility companies, electric company, gas company, third-party billing, and you don't know what you're getting into sometimes when you sign up for that stuff. You know, and that's, when I looked at that, I'm thinking, I don't have enough information to decide this.
Well, I had a
Claysville
guy
does it.
call- Claysville did it, and Suzanne said their bill went in half.
No other costs associated with it.
Our bill went from $1,400 a month down to just under $600.
Were there any other costs involved with it?
No, but once you sign the agreement, I mean, I believe it's a 10-year agreement. So you agree to pay the lighting bill for 10 years,
I guess the benefit would be that they should still be
but
working.
everything included under that, you don't pay for anything
I
except
would
for your.
think.
Unlike the ones we have, that don't work, we pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah, we paid for 6 months for a bunch of them. didn't we?
Didn't work.
JD,
Shit on that, I think it was last meeting or a meeting before, that came up and I think Sharon was gonna send a letter or something because had several lights that weren't working and we were still paying for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
So if they have to replace them, if we're paying for them and they're not working, first they should credit the bill. Secondly, if they have to replace them, they probably want this because they're gonna upgrade them to replace them anyway, they're not gonna replace them with the old stuff. That shouldn't be up to us to sign a 10-year contract. If they have to replace the lights, you're paying for a light, it's gotta work. If they have to upgrade it. Oh, they did already replace them?
Yeah.
They didn't upgrade them, but they're replaced.
Yeah,
They're
they
working.
just-
So they replaced them with the same
they
light
just
time?
fixed the,
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So they all work now?
yeah, they're working now.
No, they all
I asked that earlier, remember? They're working now, but they're just the same old
Replace them.
Mercury lights
Oh,
that we
okay.
have,
Poplar Street's
which
out.
suck a lot of juice.
Seriously, Eric?
Yeah.
You just had it rain on the parade, didn't you?
I think they took the bulb out of Poplar Street and put it somewhere else.
Put it
They
down
all happened about the same time, so.
Well, there you go.
No, again, Suzanne was very helpful. She told us how to jump the line to get somebody's attention to get them to change them.
Did they credit the bill for all the months that
No.
we didn't have
how
working
about,
lights?
how about we talk to a couple other municipalities and see what their experience is? If we get, if we get 3 that says it's all good, then chances are it's gonna be good.
Okay.
Yeah, they should be able to tell us other municipalities that are doing it.
I'm good with that. You gonna do it?
Do what?
Are you gonna call 3
You
municipalities?
got office personnel, that's what your job is.
Okay.
I just wish they'd fix it.
All right, so no action.
Just delay it, actually,
Remote
get
switch.
table if you
to
want.
Wanna
the
table it?
garage and the kitchen is not working.
Motion to table.
So,
And my wife
So-
complains every time she has to come up and go down in the dark because there's no light.
Second.
that way it'll come back up.
Got a motion and a second to table the LED lighting agreement. How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
The one in Poplar was working last
Yeah.
month.
Ed,
Sure. Tabled, okay. UPMC
Oh, no, I-
rates.
Okay. You're fine,
you might
that's-
want to take that. Yeah, Tammy is here to explain.
They're doing it, so.
Why don't we, direct each of the employees that's affected by this gets the notice, the notice that we received.
Did they not get it?
Well, I don't know, if they haven't gotten it.
Notice about the insurance is gonna change.
We got a short cheat sheet that came through the office. It looks like the deductible's going up, but I mean, nothing with, like, outlining the benefits or the,
Did the road department get the same? Did you get anything about insurance changing in May?
We got to think about insurance, I don't know when it was changing.
Just make sure that everybody's received notice, so that there's no big,
Motion to table.
yeah, I'll move the table. Nothing, there's no action for us to take on this yet, I don't know.
I don't think, but I think it was mainly for information purposes.
Yeah,
Second.
Got a motion and a second to table. How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug?
Yeah.
Ed,
Yeah. CABA 2019 dues of $50.
we used to belong to that, several years ago, and it was, I think Ed Stout actually paid the dues himself. but it's very useful having somebody go and do a little PR work with the business people. I think we
It's the
should,
Claysville
Claysville area.
Businessmen's
Yeah,
Association or
yeah.
whatever.
I'll move that we join this for a $50 fee. And probably we need to send somebody at least once a month.
Anybody out there?
Meeting's tomorrow, 8 o'clock, Main Street.
You want a second?
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second. Comments, questions? Meetings tomorrow at 8 o'clock
Main Street Cafe.
at the Main Street Cafe. Okay, is that all we have on that? Cool. Questions, comments?
We need to try to make sure we have a representative go. It could be an employee or supervisor or auditor, I don't care, township official of some sort.
Okay.
I can start attending again until you guys pick somebody.
Okay.
Ah, that's what we like, volunteers.
Good job, Chief.
Attaboy.
He's taking one for the team there.
All right. Anybody else? Motion and a second to pay $50 dues to the Claysville Business Association. How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yep.
Ed,
Yeah. Community Bank line of credit renewal.
Tammy was supposed to have called about that.
Because it still has Dave Utley's name on it.
Oh, was that what the problem is?
Yeah, she was supposed to.
So it just needs updated? Dear Mr. Ely, above referenced. The above referenced letter of credit will automatically renew on May 11 for an additional year. Rates, terms, and conditions will remain the same as originally agreed upon. If you are agreeable to the terms and conditions as outlined above and specifically named in the original loan department, please indicate your agreement by signing below. Okay, this is for the, what?
It's just the line of credit. That's what it said.
We don't
Tammy was
actually have a
supposed to
loan
call.
with them?
With the community?
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
do.
Yeah.
for the water,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, well, what is our, that's not renewing that though, right? This isn't renewing that? Because,
The loan, no, this is just for the line of credit, but the issue was it came, that it had Dave Utley's name on it. I don't remember getting one last year.
because
It just needs
I
checked
think the
into.
only issue is you need to change the name on it.
we definitely need to change the name, but, I've brought this up before, I thought, and that ship may have already sailed, while interest rates were low, we could have maybe refinanced the dang loan at different interest rates, but what do you wanna do?
That's something we're gonna look at least once a year though, is redoing these loans.
Yeah.
Some of the ones that we can redo, and the
Yeah.
community bank would be one of them that we could redo.
So,
Well, I move that we renew the line of credit, and line of credit is
just a line of credit with
if you're
the,
not using it, it doesn't cost you anything.
with the proper,
Signatures,
Yeah.
they'll fill it out right.
yeah.
I move that we renew the line of credit with community bank.
I'll second. Discussion? How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yep.
Ed,
Yeah. Recommendations from PennDOT per speed limit study. Chief, don't leave.
Eric, did you see this sign study?
I have not.
If you have, you want this? This is the study for the intersection now.
Oh, I would like to see it.
Yeah, you can have it.
I read this and,
This was actually recommended a long time ago.
yeah,
This is the first of my understanding, there's another study coming. That's your speed study, And I think they're also going to be doing a safety study, and the information that I received.
And I make a motion that we, purchase,
Just comply with that. whatever.
comply with the, it'll require buying a couple signs.
Signs on the north and south
The
road.
southbound,
Right. I move
coming off
that,
the ridge.
I move that we comply with PennDOT's suggestions and recommendations on that.
In February 20, the report dated February 27th.
Yeah.
All right.
What does the ridge sign, what does the sign they want on the ridge say?
Reduce speed ahead,
25 miles an hour.
yeah.
If you notice as you come into town, it's 40 and then all of a sudden 25.
It's
It'll
like
just
a-
be the same
it's
with
almost
this.
But it actually, years ago, someone actually petitioned to have it just lowered all the way through. And actually was okayed years ago also. It was just never done.
Okay. So we got a motion to comply with the PennDOT study, February 27th, 2019.
You have to do that as a, well, it's a state route, isn't it?
Yes, I brought that up, but
So you really shouldn't have to
It's
do
a
any
couple
resolution or
signs.
ordinance, right?
No, I don't think so.
It's a state route, and if they're
Yeah, the
that's
recommending
why I asked the chief about
They
it.
should be doing that, right?
I agree.
Yes.
I asked him, I asked the chief about it, but he said, we're responsible for speed or something. I wish he was here.
If you remember, we had to do something similar to that when, on 40, when we agreed for them to look at it, we had to agree to buy into
That
it.
could very well be, but
Yeah.
to do it properly, then you have to do it by ordinance where it cannot be enforced. You can't just put signs up, they're worthless. I mean, those who choose to follow them, great, but
Yeah, you're
you
correct,
have
yes.
no,
Some of them are just suggestions.
yeah.
They're all just suggestions.
But to do it properly so that it can be enforced, it has to be by ordinance.
Yeah.
And that's right, because when it was the borough, they did it to 25, but the township's portion from there down to 40 was still 40 mile an hour.
Right.
We should explain what the difference is.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have, what do we got on the table?
Motion, that's it.
About just a motion?
Just a motion. Doug made a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay. Got a motion and a second, and we've already discussed it, I guess. Anybody else? How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed.
Sure. Approve code enforcement proposal Harshman C. Group.
I'm gonna move we table that for now.
Got a motion to table.
Well, I don't know. It's the same thing for me.
I'm not seconding it because I don't believe in it. It's $40 an
State
hour.
route will not have it.
We'd be better off back with Mark Gordon.
Not if you have to pay 30. I don't know what
So, what do I do? I'll second it.
Vote no one if you
We
want.
we can table it, or,
Well, that was
There'll
your
be no
motion,
action.
wasn't it, Doug?
that
I'm
the
motion
motion
to
was to
table.
table.
It means to bring
So
it
I'm
back
seconding the
later.
motion to table.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. How do you vote?
Kathy,
No.
Doug,
Yep.
Ed.
Doesn't matter.
Might.
What do you mean? Oh, if
I think
we're
there's,
wrong.
I think you're still required to vote. You're not, unless you have a conflict of interest in it.
Doesn't count. You gotta go one side or the other.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, I'll say,
Doesn't make any difference if you're gonna fail, so.
yeah. Yes, the table, huh?
If you vote yes, it fails. If you vote no, it fails.
Yeah,
Either way, you have to take the position. no?
yeah, okay.
So
No,
There you go.
okay.
he said yes the first time.
Yes,
You're
he
right.
did.
It fails either way, right?
That's
What
correct.
part of my don't matter then?
You still have to, it's not a vote, you have to vote.
I can abstain.
You're not in conflict of interest.
I don't have to have a conflict in abstain.
I
I can
would-
just
I would-
abstain.
I don't think so.
Chief. I didn't know you snuck back in there.
Yes,
The sign thing, you explained it to me with the study.
Yes, sir. I'm
There
sorry,
was
there
a
was an
question.
alarm across the street.
That's fine. I wouldn't want you to not do your job.
I do it so seldom.
But with the purchase of a couple signs, there was a question of
Yeah,
if we have to do it by
there was a-
ordinance or something.
Yeah, I thought that was all forwarded, but there's a reduced speed limit sign that has to go on the other side of 40.
Yeah,
The 40-mile-an-hour sign needs to come down here.
yeah.
I think there might have been another sign someplace, but I don't recall off the top of my head what it was.
There was a question on enforcement.
Okay,
Because do we have to have an ordinance or?
you have a speed ordinance. Otherwise, statute says that in a rural area, the maximum speed's 55. In a suburban area, it's 35, and in like in a town, it's 25 if it's not posted.
Okay, so we're good. If we just buy a couple signs, get them up, we'll be in compliance.
Yeah, I think a reduced speed sign on the other side of Liberty and the 40-mile-an-hour sign up here needs to come down.
Okay.
Chief, there was a question why the township has to pay for signs to go on a state road.
Well, I don't think you necessarily have to. I didn't, that part of the report wasn't of interest to me. I apologize, but the other half of the question is if we're regulating speed, why wouldn't we assume the cost and the responsibility? So, Main Street is a state road. We can put a stop sign up there. We can control speed, we can control parking, we do it all the time. But we absorb the cost of the signage and whatever other devices are required to control it. So my thought is, I don't know if being cavalier, but we want to reduce the speed, we want to make sure it's safe for our residents, I'll just pay it.
Quickest way to get it done.
Yeah, get it done.
Okay, motion to table failed on that one, right? No, so that's just.
Does that mean you have to keep talking about it?
Huh?
If it's failed to be tabled, does that mean you have to keep talking about it?
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm just asking.
It's just no action, no action, I guess. Everything's new tonight. Approve, here you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Approve the SWN heavy hauling road agreement.
Make a motion, we approve it.
All their paperwork and fees are in order? Or whatever, I don't, I'm just asking. You don't know either.
Remember, I don't have a job anymore.
How about you?
Oh, yes, they are there. All are there.
Everything's there?
Yes, sir.
This is it here. Yep, check marks on everything, completed road maintenance agreement, application fee, yep, everything's checked. We got a motion to approve it, right?
I'll move.
I think she made the
I
motion,
made the
you'll
motion.
second. How do you vote, or is there discussion?
What road?
Main Road, they're on there now, it's just a renewal. These go together,
Yeah,
and they'll need signed, I guess?
yes.
Okay.
You don't know where the
Way to
original is?
go.
Huh?
Way to go.
Yeah, all right. Any other discussion, how do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed,
Sure.
So you don't
This
say
guy
yes.
this guy wants to go home. Approved Verizon Road occupancy and easement maintenance agreement for Grimes Road.
I'll make a motion just so we can talk about it.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Discussion. First time I'm seeing it, so
It's because we don't have a road occupancy permit.
we don't.
Mm-mm. Last year when Verizon worked on Grimes and they worked on Delashon, we had to use a cut.
Cut agreement.
Yes, because that's all we had and that's all we could enforce. I don't know where this paperwork came from, Dennis's name is on it, and I don't know who approved it, because we most certainly didn't.
Is there a date on there indicating when it may have been put together?
There's a date that says 2/26/19 up at the top of the application.
19,
Yeah.
so it's been around a while. He was around for a long time.
No, it's been around
2/26/19 was last
Is it?
month, the end of
I
last
thought
month.
you said 19 as in,
No, 2000,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
2/26
He
2018.
was here back in,
no, 2018.
2/26/19.
I don't know.
I don't know, I've never seen this.
Didn't that come up a while back when the access or something, when trucks were running over it, ripped out the, what do you call it, the
Yeah, the box.
pedestal or something,
Yeah.
the box, and ripped it all out? Wasn't that addressed back then, the cut of the road or something? They had to,
That's what we used, and that's what they filled out, but it didn't look like this, and I don't know that we can,
Easement maintenance agreement. This has,
I remember
did you
something
say
about
this
that.
has Dennis's name on it?
it does have Dennis's name on the back.
Oh, Mako and Associates. Well, that's just saying that he has a copy. With a copy too, right? It doesn't even say that he's reviewed it.
Yeah, I don't
Do we-
know.
Do we know where it came from? We don't know anything.
No,
Do you, Doug? Did you ever have
No,
one?
I don't. I think years ago we had one, but I don't know, I wouldn't know if to see it.
because I know the township got in trouble years ago. Verizon put in lines, and then the township and plowing pulled them out, and the argument became his responsibility.
I remember that, being at that
There was
meeting.
no argument, because we told them to produce the paperwork, and they couldn't do it, and that was the end of it.
But now we have paperwork that we haven't seen.
We didn't have any paperwork of their being approved
Yes,
at that time.
my question would be like, how deep?
And here's a check, March 14th of this year, which was last week. From Verizon.
Yeah, I think we have.
I thought Verizon just accepted checks, I didn't know they wrote them. I think it might be, something that the new solicitor has to look over,
Could be,
whoever he may be,
or she.
or she. Motion to table.
Second,
How do you vote?
Kathy,
yes.
Doug,
No.
Ed,
Again, it doesn't matter, but I will say yes, I guess. So that still means
Not approved.
it's no action. No action, okay. This is gonna be a worthwhile meeting, I can tell. Approved purchase of a hydraulic motor for the chipper for the road crew, approximately $600.
So moved.
Second,
Holy smokes, we may have something going here. Anybody want to discuss it?
No, just vote on it.
just vote.
Yeah, vote. Quit dragging it out.
Just trying to do it the way you're supposed to, Bus. How do you vote?
Kathy,
yes.
Doug,
Yeah.
Ed,
Sure. Pass. Hallelujah. Approved payment to Laurel Aggregates for $5,534 for cinders out of Act 13.
Make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug.
Yep.
Ed.
Yep. Approve 2 campground permits for Lutron LLC and John and Jerry Zwicker.
So moved.
Make motion.
I always vote against these on principle, because they'll pass without my vote, but they won't.
Your vote counts.
I will say, I still disagree with
The principle of it, yeah.
the
yeah.
fact that you have to have them. but I'll vote yes just to move it along.
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed said yes.
I think the next one's
We're gonna have a problem
probably,
with.
probably moot at this point. Approve Mako and Associates to send a letter.
Just move on to
Let's
the,
go to the
Can
next.
can Widmer do it?
He was out and made a report, right?
Yeah, could Widmer write the letter?
it's fine with me.
I make a motion, okay, there we go, Widmer, we want Widmer to write the letter instead.
Got a motion and a second to have Whitmer Engineering send a letter to property owner on Old National Pike for digging into the road. And how to remedy it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yes.
Ed.
Yep. So that changed to Whitmer. And passed. Okay.
While we're on attorneys, probably we need to add on here, we need to do something about the case we have in court. Somebody needs to pick that up.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming that he's at his office right now gathering all the records to turn over to us. I would assume.
Oh.
That's what happens when they quit.
That's what they usually do.
Yeah, so.
Although I have seen changes in solicitors where that didn't happen.
Discuss, well, you might hold them ransom until we pay the
Then you
bill.
pay.
Discuss cameras at the garage. Quote from Houston Security Service LLC is $4,800.
Motion to table at this point.
I'll second the motion to table. How do you vote?
Kathy,
No.
Doug,
I vote yes to table, we can bring it back up.
Ed.
Yes. Still didn't pass, right? No action. Sign Washington County Planning Committee module resolution discussed.
That just came in today.
Forming, yeah, what is it?
I don't know, nobody's had time to even look at it.
I will move the table, because
Yeah,
we don't have time to,
I have another one that I
Digest it.
didn't even put on.
Alright. Something with the census?
I didn't even have time to read.
You don't know, okay. Got a motion to table. I'll second the motion. How do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
yep,
Ed.
Yeah. Approve payments to CW
Automation.
Automation,
That
with the change
just
orders.
Came in too, and I suggest that Jim's talk about doing this out of Act 13 because your water and sewer's down pretty low right now.
It is.
It's down like 50,000. It's the lowest it's been for a long time.
what is the amount, is that New Widmer?
14,
$14,754.
And this is the second draw?
Mm-hmm. It was $27,000 altogether.
Yeah, and we paid 7,000 or something the first time, wasn't it? So that'll leave a balance of,
probably around 9 or so.
Yeah, it's
8 or
more than
9.
it's almost 29,000 and we're paying 14 and 7.
Probably
Yeah.
21, 22.
I'll move that we, make the $14,754 payment out of Act 13.
Second.
14,
754, maybe some change, I don't know.
Act 13. Motion and a second, how do you vote?
Kathy,
Yes.
Doug,
Yeah,
Ed.
Yeah. I don't know what good an executive session will do, but do you guys want to go to one?
I know, but I got 4 or 5 other items that come up during the meeting as we were moving along. I think we need to look at.
Okay.
The first of which is the new camera system that was installed here in this building.
Mhm.
Would like to set up a remote access to the cameras for anybody who so wishes to access them. And that would be access to, I guess you can view and record is my understanding, under that remote access. That would be for citizens or supervisors or whomever.
Oh,
And then you're gonna,
kidding me.
Oh, I can't.
then you're gonna answer right to no requests on them. I would move that we open up with remote access.
What if Sharon has a bad hair day?
What if
I have a
Sharon
bad
wants her
finger
done?
day.
What?
Has to be a way to publicly, or a way to access those.
Anybody wants to come down and sit in the office and watch us, you're more than welcome.
I don't know that that's normal, though.
Why not? How else are they gonna have access?
They can make a right to know for,
Why don't we just let them look at it if they wanna? If
Is
they want the
there a
right to
safe
know
reason?
and give them the ability to log in and watch. I don't know what the deal is.
Well, what's the idea of having security cameras? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, when I'm in there and talking to Sharon and she has to go from an account to an account and she types in her passcode, if you're smart enough, you can see on that camera, because it's facing right at her desk, you can see what passcode she puts in.
Again, security.
I mean, she's not April having a
I
giraffe in the
actually
zoo and
talked to the
everybody's
guy,
gonna
and he
zone
said that
in.
you can't see
You,
the
no, he said you
screen.
can't see the screen, it doesn't mean that you can't pick up what she's typing.
Well, that's true, I guess. You'll have to, remember how when you were in school and the kid next to you cheated?
I
Yeah.
didn't cheat.
Yeah.
My fault.
You'll have to go over your keyboard like this,
Just get an umbrella, Sharon.
Yeah,
and a big hat.
put a paper bag on my head.
My other question would be, if I'm a township person, resident, and I call in, and Sharon's having a conversation, and it is a private conversation about my taxes, my whatever it is,
I don't think it's audio.
There's no audio.